I carried the weight of hatred so you could live in peace. Before we go any further, tell me in the comments, what's the one thing you refuse to give up on, no matter how dark it gets? Your answer might just wake up the warrior in someone else. I am Itachi Uchiha, and this is the truth behind silent strength. There's a kind of clarity you find when everything you love is taken from you, when the world you believed in burns, and the faces you trusted disappear into smoke. I know what it feels like to lose everything, but I stood up again, not because I wanted to, but because someone had to. That's the burden of those who lead from the shadows. You see, most people live trapped by emotion, fear, guilt, anger, love. They let it cloud their judgment, but the ones who rise, the ones who make real moves in this world, they learn to cut through the noise, to detach, to make ruthless, emotionless decisions when it counts. I didn't choose this path because I was heartless. I chose it because I loved too deeply. There's a strategy, cold and calculated, that very few understand, and even fewer can carry. It's not about becoming a monster. It's about becoming what the world needs, even if the world hates you for it. Psychologists call this emotional detachment, the ability to separate your actions from your feelings in high-stakes moments. Neuroscience confirms it. When the each brain is under intense emotional pressure, the prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for logic and decision-making, shuts down. But with training, with relentless mental discipline, you can force it to stay online, to stay clear, ruthless, focused. I mastered that clarity in the shadows. Let me tell you a story. When I was a child, I believed in peace, in brotherhood. But the people closest to me, they built a world of lies, a world of manipulation, war, and silent betrayal. When the time came to choose between my clan and my village, between blood and duty, I made the decision no one else could. I killed the ones I loved to save the many. That night, I felt my heart break in ways no human should endure. But in that darkness, I found my clarity. I found my purpose. And I'm here to tell you, whatever you're facing, whatever pain you carry, it can be your fuel, your focus. You have to stop negotiating with your fears. Stop seeking the approval of people who wouldn't bleed for you. You want strength? Then you need to embrace cold strategy. Detach from what weakens you. Cut ties with what drains you. And above all, silence the noise in your head telling you to quit. Emotional resilience isn't built when life is easy. It's forged in betrayal, in loss, in those moments when you're standing alone and no one is coming to save you. I learned to weaponize solitude, and you can too. Neuroscientists explain it through neuroplasticity. Your brain reshapes itself based on what you repeatedly do and think. If you condition yourself to endure hardship without flinching, to make clear, ruthless decisions under pressure, you become unstoppable. Your mind adapts. It hardens. It sharpens. That's how warriors are made. This world respects results, not excuses. The people you admire, the cold-minded leaders, the ones with ruthless clarity, they weren't born like that. They were forged in loss, in pain, in moments where no one saw their struggle, and neither will they see yours. But you don't need them to, because if you can survive it, if you can master your emotions, instead of being a prisoner to them, you become untouchable. I carried the hatred. I bore the silence, not because I was fearless, but because I understood what was at stake. So now, I ask you, what are you willing to sacrifice to become who you were meant to be? Drop it in the comments. Your fight starts now, because there's a version of you, colder, smarter, stronger, waiting on the other side of your pain, and it's time you met them.